Hey everyone, it's Justin here, and a few of you guys have been asking me to make a guide on how to play Rocket, and I was honestly pretty hesitant at first just because I don't feel like I'm one of the top Rocket players out there to be giving guides and whatnot. So instead, I kind of just decided to show you guys how I play Rocket and my headspace and thinking going into certain situations. So hopefully you guys are still able to take something away from it. Maybe you guys can improve on my playstyle or just add to it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace. So to begin the video, we're going to start with my settings because a lot of people have been asking me in my comments and in my streams about my settings for Rocket. So first off, we start off on all heroes. We're going to change it to the Rocket settings. Now my sensitivity is 1.23 and my DPI is 1100. So if you ever wanted to really copy my sense, I guess you could try it out. Crosshairs are a big one, at least for me, in terms of aiming. I use the basic crosshair and I just tilt it 45 degrees to make an X. I just like the stylized look of it, especially with hit markers, but it also just kind of gives me the most visibility so I can see where the spray is landing and whatnot. But again, this is all about preference, so whatever you feel comfortable with. I just prefer smaller crosshairs. Now moving on to the hero settings, direction of wall crawling is a big one. This is really preference, but I use advanced towards crosshair. Of course, you could use this one, which is your WASD or your thumbstick, I believe. But for this one, I feel like I like using my mouse. I feel like I can change directions a lot faster by flicking around. Auto reload, I feel like should always be off because there's too many scenarios where I'm firing off heals in different directions. And then once I'm out, someone will try to push me and it'll automatically reload and then I can't fire back. If you haven't turned this off yet, I'd just be careful because it takes some time to get used to. And then healing reticle feedback is another one that a lot of people ask me about. This one is in your settings. It's on all healers, I believe. And I always have that turned on. So that way, when my teammates are hurt and I'm firing heals off from a distance, you can see the healing activate on the reticle. Now, just to show you guys my wall crawling, I use my mouse, and to me it just feels a little bit more fluid, mainly because I have a big mouse pad, so it's kind of easy for me to flick around. When you're wall crawling, you can basically do a directional dash with your jetpack. So if I crawl this wall and turn in a certain direction, I can use my jetpack to dash like so. And you can do it in the air as well, so as soon as you hit this, you can go straight up into the air and go really high, which is pretty cool. But I don't utilize that as much as I should, but it's a cool mechanic to know. Now to briefly go over some of Rocket's equipment, starting with the revive beacon. Of course, I like to throw this at the start of every round just so my team can get armor. And during the beginning of the round on defense, I'll try to throw it up somewhere high, a little close to the team, just so that we can get a quick revive if one of the tanks go down. However, I will say after that, I typically tend to keep the revive beacon on me, and then during a push, I'll try to just throw it in a quick little corner before someone goes down, just because I know that enemy dives and other DPS tend to look for my revive beacons, knowing that I'm a rocket. Essentially, what I like to do with the ultimate is I'll use it after a defensive ult, or I'll use it to initiate a push, or to help defend against an enemy push. Another scenario is I'll usually put it down around the same time that I put down my Bucky/Punisher team up. That way they get an extra damage boost while they're getting that infinite ammo. And now when we talk about doing damage and healing, I just feel like Rocket is more of an offensive, like DPS type strategist where he gets more use out of doing damage, especially with his high damage rate. What I like to do is I will fire off like maybe 2 heals and then fire at the enemy. Especially when I'm behind tanks, I'll just fire off a couple maybe and then just do some damage. And then just pop off 1 heal or so at a time. Fire off, pop another one, pop another one. Something like that, mainly because his heals don't stack if you didn't know, so only 1 orb is going to heal people at a time. So sometimes you can only just fire a couple at a time and then just try to get some shots off, because you're going to have some time in between where your heals aren't really doing anything and you kind of want to save the orb so you're not just firing off a ton of these and wasting ammo. Because now I have to reload, and then these guys are taking damage that they don't need to, when I could be firing back. But that's just kind of my philosophy with Rocket. I know pros and other big streamers will tell you otherwise, and that's totally fine. This is just how I play him. As Rocket, I feel like I should always be kind of on the lookout for like onks and stuff, just because Rocket can shred those like so quick. I'm gonna throw that down for Bucky while giving him some heals. Gonna fire off a couple heals and then go for some frags. Right there, I thought I could kill Doctor Strange because he was so low, and it would have been a really nice, worth it risk. And then here, Doctor Strange is just almost dead. He wanted to challenge. My teammates had enough health, so I was able to just kind of challenge him without having to worry about heals too much. Here we'll fire off a heal every once in a while, but teammates look fine on health, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now once this ult ends, I'm going to use my ult to try to help us push. That way I feel like I get the most value out of my ultimate. There we go, and we get Doctor Strange, which is awesome.
Backline, I'm with you.
There we go. Again, I'm looking at health bars really, and just kind of going off of that. So if my teammates don't need that much health, I feel like I can, you know, get a kill pretty quickly. And it's kind of worth me doing that extra aggression, if that makes sense. Here, they're all full, so I'm gonna start shooting off. I'll fire a heal every once in a while. There we go. Get some shots off. Even though it's at distance, it's still nice to just do a little bit of extra damage.
When they won.
And then we're gonna get their healer. Most of their team died anyway. So at least with Rocket, it's a lot of just risk and reward in weighing those two. Because I know that Cloak and Dagger is usually going to be behind me and healing the team. So it gives me the opportunity to somewhat play a little bit more aggressive.
And city goes back, bro. My FPS goes down.
So we'll just get Bucky. There we go. It's a free kill. He overextended. Doctor Strange is here. I'm gonna ult here. Nice. There we go. Nice.
The score is 3-2-3. Time to switch things up.
Gonna use my ult here. Gonna throw that for Bucky.
There's a good one.
Got a free pick there.
Just an invisible girl. There you go. Holy fuck.
Good stuff.
Nice.
2-3. Time to switch things up.
So we don't have to push the cart that far. So I'm gonna try to focus here mainly on keeping people alive. See if I can get that over too. Get a couple of heals off.
In the bubble.
On that bubble.
Pop, pop.
5 seconds.
Get him. Get him. Nice. Fire off some heals. I'm gonna help him with the offense here.
GG.
Nice. Get the other healer. There we go. And that's a GG. Nice.
Final score.
And there we go.
2-3.
And looking at these stats, we ended with 20 kills, 4 deaths, and 29 assists, which is awesome. Then you look, we had 5 final hits, 6k damage, which is such a difference considering most rockets only end up with like 400 damage or none at all. And then you'll see we had 31k healing, which was actually really good. But that's about it for this video, guys. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not really used to making guide videos, but I still hope that you guys were able to take something away from this, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have anything to add or anything that I should work on, please drop it down in the comments down below. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.
Just